Hey guys, welcome to another POV review, this time of the Porsche Macan Turbo. And not just any, but one with a RaceChip ECU tune. So, as we can see here, RaceChip Ultimate 400 to 480 horsepower, 680 Newton meters. And the Macan is now ready to experience real performance by RaceChip. Really cool wheels, which are standard Porsche wheels. 21-inch, pretty big. And it has been lowered about 40 millimeters, so it sits quite nicely. Let's go for a drive. And let's discuss or address the elephant in the room. How freaking awesome is this carbon fiber steering wheel? I mean, seriously, this looks incredible. Beautiful with this aluminium or whatever it is. Really nicely shaped. It's really nice to grab. Nice pedals, and this carbon fiber just feels insanely good. So that's a good start. This also feels really nice, by the way. We have a beautiful road here in the south of Germany, where RaceChip is based, near Stuttgart. And it's really comfortable. We drove the Golf R yesterday with 373 horsepower by RaceChip, and that one had a custom-made hand-built exhaust, so it was really loud. Rozzers. And it was really firm as well. It had H&R 25 millimeters lowered springs, and oh man, this is such a treat to drive this car after that one. I mean, that's really cool to drive and stuff, but oh, this is so relaxing. Beautiful interior, nice carbon fiber over there as well, nice seats, ventilated seats even, which I absolutely adore. Ventilated seats have become one of my favorite options on a car these days with the heat. But enough about the comfort and the stuff. You know, this is a 480 horsepower Porsche Macan Turbo, and we have a beautiful road, so let's put it in manual. Sport mode. I'll talk a bit more about the sport mode in a little bit. Yeah, the exhaust is not really that loud. You do hear it, it's there, it's present, but it's not really convincing. But so the standard Macan Turbo has 400 horsepower, does 0 to 100 kph in 4.8 seconds, which is already pretty quick. And this one has 480 horsepower, 680 Newton meters, and does 0 to 100 kph in 4.3 seconds, which is seriously quick. And that brings me to the most impressive thing about this RaceChip tune. It feels like a Porsche Turbo product now. I mean, a real one. I think 400 horsepower for the Macan Turbo is just, it's a little underpowered, or maybe not underpowered, but underwhelming. And I don't know if it's worthy to be a Porsche Turbo labeled car. And I think that is the case with 480 horsepower. Okay, let's find a place to turn around. it feels a lot more like a serious car now. So we had a great night last night at the Autobahn. There's something so magical and romantic about the Autobahn at night. With just the moon in the sky and, you know, the tarmac going under you really quickly, and you know, it's just a great feeling of freedom. And we were able to test this car pretty well. Standard Macan Turbo S does 266 kilometers per hour top speed, and this one does, well, that's the question. We managed to do 270 kph, so nothing really major, but it was the way it got to 270. Even though it was at night, there was still traffic, and I wasn't really able to push it harder than 270. But it could go quite a bit quicker still, so that was pretty impressive. When it comes to the handling of this car, I have the springs in the most firm setting now, and this thing seriously handles. I mean, you don't get the feeling you're in a small SUV. It handles really well, it goes well. The chip has been done pretty well because the power delivery is really linear, and there are no hesitations whatsoever. Which is always nice. I mean, this thing handles seriously well. I think it looks great as well, so I never really gave the Macan a second look, but I really quite like it. I mean, what's not to like? It's not a very big SUV, but it's practical. I think it looks cool, and when you have this tune, it goes like stink. That is impressive. So as you can hear, the exhaust never really gets any louder than that. You get some sound when you shift up and down, you know, a little crackle, but it's not really. I think, yeah, that could have been done better. It's a 3.6 6-cylinder twin turbocharged engine, and there is no lag whatsoever. It's hooked to this PDK 7-speed gearbox, which is so quick, man. The gearbox is incredibly fast. Man, I love these roads. It's really cool. Brakes could have been better. I think you can get ceramics as well, and I would get those because they are a bit woolly, and when you start punishing them a bit, they start to fade. But it's nothing major, it's not dangerous or something. Handles so. They have lowered it by 40 millimeters, as I said, so I think that you know, it's a bit more sticky to the road. And we have it in sport mode now. We don't have sport plus mode because, as we know, Porsche likes to charge you for every single thing they can think of. So you have to have the sports chrono pack to have sport plus, which means you also get that little timer on the dash and you get launch control. So we don't have launch control. Yeah, so that's something we miss, but we get this nice carbon fiber steering wheel, so not complaining. Nice. So who would have thought that, you know, a couple of years ago, who would have thought we could have been doing this with a small SUV? I mean, this is pretty insane. This thing handles like any other car. And especially with the RaceChip, it now feels like a true Porsche turbo product. So they have done an excellent job. So thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you at the next one.